Hello, BookTube. This is the Scholar Gentleman, and I wanted to do a mail-in book haul video. Um, I ordered up several things, and they all kind of converged on me within the week, so I figure I just condense them all and present them here. The first one is going to be Doctor Who related, but before I get into that, I just want to show you this. This is probably the most comprehensive study of the cultural phenomenon known as Doctor Who. I mean, I believe there's I want to say 13 volumes. Yeah, 13 volumes. It covers the classic series and the movie and the new series. And this particular book, since it handles seasons 1 through 3, they give you the origin, all the slow gestating origin of the Doctor, where the concepts came from, and the launch of the show. They leave no stone unturned, and it's exhaustive. I had the stack of books by my reading table once. I was just going through them season by season. I mean, each story is inspired by, influences on. The whole thing is just a good read. Now, with that as a preface, I discovered another company called ATB Publishing, and they have their own line of Doctor Who books. And I read one called Outside In Regenerates. They had, it's basically essays on all the episodes, done in taking different angles and fresh looks at the old episodes. And I basically ordered the one for new Doctor Who, the ones that got 19 years ago. The show got relaunched again. So this one takes it episode by episode with different essays, basically giving their spin on it, their observations, etc., so on. So I look forward to reading that. Also, there is Bookworm. When the show was canceled in 1989, the Doctor's adventures continued in the form of novels via Virgin Publishing, Virgin Books, and it was the Ninth Doctor continuing his adventures, basically slowly unfurling the Cartmel master plan. Cartmel was the head writer. Andrew Cartmel was the head writer of the show, and he wanted to make the Doctor a more mysterious figure again. And that was what he was planning to do with the show, but then it got canceled, so his ideas didn't get realized. So this is basically a book-by-book examination. Over the years, I remember seeing them when I used to go to the UK all the time in Waterstones, and I never picked one up because I'm an idiot, but I might search them out on eBay now, as this gives me an episode-by-episode synopsis. And last but not least, with ATB, we've got Red, White, and Who. It's a history of Doctor Who as a cultural phenomenon in America. And I have to admit, with me, it was public television. Channel 2 down in Boston, WGBH, used to air Doctor Who every weekday at 7 p.m. And Channel 11, New Hampshire, used to air an entire story. They just stitched all the episodes together and aired that. So that way, Americans got their Doctor Who fix. The most popular Doctor here was Tom Baker, Doctor Number 4. He had a 7-year run on the show, so the fans kept seeing his adventures over and over and over again. And when they added another season, they got to see those over and over and over again. So he became pretty much America's favorite classic Doctor. So I look forward to reading these at some point. Next, a little while back, I ordered up, without knowing, it was from Printed in Blood, this imprint. A while back, I ordered the Halloween novelization from 1978 by Curtis Richards, and loved it. It gave you a reason. It gave you a reason as to why Michael was killing and why he couldn't be killed. And you basically have these really great illustrations. See if I can just pull one up, along with the prose going there. It tries to hit a balance between like how the reader is supposed to picture it and the shots you see in the movie. So I look forward to reading that. I'm going to save that till Halloween, of course, because it does smack of Halloween. once upon a time, I had this novel along with the Halloween 2 novelization by Jack Martin, a pen name for Dennis Etchison. He's a well-known horror writer, and was letting my friend borrow them, and that friendship imploded, so he got those books in the divorce, quote unquote. So hopefully they'll do a Halloween 2 eventually. Now, I was reading a magazine about The Thing. Horror Hound did like an update magazine about The Thing, and this was mentioned in it, The Thing art book. And I decided that I had to have this because it's one of my favorite movies, never mind horror movie. And it's basically, I don't know, 400 artists giving you their take on the movie. And yeah, I just really had to have it. It also gave me ideas for my Christmas card this year, if you want to believe that. I'm just trying to find some favorites here. Oh, there's one. It's a great coffee table book, and it was worth every penny. You don't want to know how much I paid for this thing. Also, Printed in Blood has a Halloween art book based on the Halloween movie, which I'll be getting shortly because I'm obsessed that way. But yeah, just excellent. You know, just so many takes on it. Of course, there's millions of pictures of this was a favorite of Kurt Russell as MacReady. But it's a classic for a reason. And if you haven't seen it, I greatly recommend it. Never mind the super gross out special effects. And it bombed, by the way, in the States when it got released in 1982 because it came 2 weeks after E.T. the Extraterrestrial, the friendly alien. Sank Without a Trace, all the film critics like, oh, it's a slimy remake of Howard Hawks' original movie. And now it's been recognized for the classic that it is. So it's always been a favorite. I see it at least twice a year because it's good. I just kicked myself for not getting the Todd McFarlane action figures that came out during the 90s. I still have to pick up a MacReady action figure, but I don't know. You can always go to eBay for that sort of thing. And last but not least, I went into eBay and I kept seeing Hardy Boys books on Facebook Marketplace, but it was just a little too expensive for what I wanted to pay for them. So I got this for $10. I think it was $10 and $3 shipping. I got all these Hardy Boy books. These are the way they looked when I was a kid. I know there are earlier editions, but if I want to recapture my childhood and pick up some Hardy Boy books, I want them to look the way they looked when I was a kid back in the late 70s. And of course you have all the adventures in the back there listed. And it's not like it's a series in the sense where there's like characterization and they refer to past adventures. That doesn't happen, at least not back then. But they would always let you know what the next adventure was going to be and what the previous adventure had been to kind of get you to nag your parents to get the previous book. So I might read one of these before I go on to my next book. I'm done an English horror story, an English ghost story by Kim Newman, by the way. And it was excellent. Kim Newman is one of my favorite writers. I just plowed along trying to figure out what was going to happen to this family. And he was excellent at characterization. And he was the mother, the father, the son, and the daughter each had their own mental baggage that they were dragging through this haunted house. And the writer Kim Newman did a great job of mining that to show you why the house is bedeviling them with that baggage. Just great. I mean, I found myself looking for opportunities to keep reading. So that's the sign of a very good book. So an English ghost story by Kim Newman makes me actually want to read The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley. Why? Okay, of course, I lost her name. But it's a classic, The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley. Getting old sucks. Anyway, that's what I wanted to say to you folks. It had been a while since I did a video. I don't know what I'm going to be reading next. I'm kind of just going to probably one of those Hardy Boys books just to kind of remember what they were like. And after that, I don't know what. But thank you for joining me.